Okay guys, today is a doozy, so let's really make sure this is for you before you take this reading too seriously. Pinch your fingers together and ask, is this reading meant for me? Pull, and if it doesn't come apart, you're good. If it does come apart, then this reading isn't meant for you, and that's probably a good thing. So what I was asking today is, what sort of challenges am I going to have to deal with in the next week? And I got to tell you, I mean, if we were asking like what sort of challenges in the next 2 years, I would say, you're going to be going to court, you're going to be dealing with all these different things. Whenever you're speaking in such a small time frame as a week, the meanings of the cards have to get toned way down, okay? Cards can really be drama queens that way. But let's go through this. So this represents you, right? So you're at the top of the spread. This is a 9 cards box spread with movement cards, and this is Kipper. This is Toni Savory's Kipper Rainbow Kipper Deck. I think she was going by Toni Puhle at that point. Okay, so main character. You can see she's at the top, which means she's going to be on top of things, but everything is behind her back, which means it's going to be troublesome. And whether you're male or female, I set the female querent card as the card for whoever this reading was for, okay? So it would seem that you've come into something good, all right? Again, if this were over a large body of time, this would be some kind of unexpected money. I would say possibly even an inheritance of some point, because it came from sadness surrounding the loss of somebody, like a mother figure or something like that. But when we tone it way down, the most we can really say is like, okay, you've got something good. And there has been a communication about that something good that has set you on a whole, or that is going to be setting you on a journey where people are going to be challenging it a little bit, okay? Again, if this were a longer time period, I would be saying challenging it a lot. What you want is, you really want to just keep it to yourself, right? You want to keep the good, stuff between you and yourself. This living room card is just a card of kind of your personal inner space, those parts that are just you. So you really just want to keep it to yourself, and you think this would lead to the best outcome. But what is happening is that there is this person who I think thinks that they have some claim to it. All right? So there's this person who is behaving a little dishonestly, and they are basically taking from kind of a system, and what they're taking is some of your unexpected good. Okay? And this is basically creating this long process that, involves people actually talking about how they feel and sort of adjudicating whether or not that is something that should happen. All right? Now, this person who is actually trying to kind of take from you, they are taking from the system, right? So they're trying to kind of like use rules of the system to make it okay for them to take from you. And this is just going to lead them to a place of stuckness, all right? It's not going to go anywhere good for them. It's actually doing something good for you. It's actually going to be kind of disciplining you and helping you adult a little bit. I think sometimes life throws these things to us because we just need to grow up a little bit. And I believe that this difficulty is actually forcing you to define your boundaries and actually figure out who you are and what's okay and what's not okay. But none of it's fun. All right? So, and the reason that I would say that this, this gain probably came from some sort of loss. Traditionally, again, if it were a longer period of time, I would say this is so clearly about an inheritance, is that this dishonesty is kind of impacting a mother figure of some sort. And so And this right next to the sorrow card, right under this unexpected money, and right next to this good outcome, just kind of reeks of inheritance, like something good has come from something bad. But, you know how families get sometimes when that happens and people think they have claims to things that they don't have. So it may be that serious for you, but for a lot of you who test positive for this reading, it's really just about someone trying to take what is yours, something that came to you easy. It wasn't probably a product of your hard work, and you just sort of want to be able to run with it, and you feel like you have that right, and you have to go through this whole process to try and get there. But again, this process is helping you grow. So what should we do about it? So the first rune we pull is Dagas. Okay, then Manas, and then Raido. And I think what this is saying is, look, you just have to realize this is just humanity. This is just how humanity operates, and you are going to have to just move forward with all of this and go through it. All right, so show up for your life, do the things you need to do, move with it, and just let that discipline you. When I think about the things that have turned me into a fully functioning adult, it's always been a bunch of stuff that at the time it was happening, I thought this just shouldn't be happening, but it should, right? We are here to be challenged, we're here to grow, and it's all okay. These little windfalls of unexpected money and unexpected good things, they come and go. They get spent on silly things, all right? What you gain from these experiences lasts a lifetime and maybe more. All right, so that's my reading for you today. I hope you got something out of that. It's kind of an intense read, and I will see you in the next video. And if you ever want a reading that is specifically just for you, come find me on hiddenpathways.com. And if you love this deck as much as I do, go to Amazon and buy it. It's the Rainbow Kipper Deck. The author name at the time was Toni Puhle, Puhle. All right, guys, see you in the next video.